play the blame game. I love you more. Let's play the blame game.
Welcome back to Cosmetics Anonymous. I am your favorite girl, Bo Vintage, and today's video is of course a story time, as you can tell by the title. So this is the infamous lipstick story, and if you've been following me since about 2013, which is before YouTube, then you might know, if you're Canadian at least, you know a little bit about this story I'm about to tell y'all. So this is the real tea, because all you guys know is what they showed on TV. So I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory, because you're like, TV, like, wait, what are you talking about? So yeah, let me give you guys the backstory real quick. In 2013, I auditioned for the VJ Search, the Much Music VJ Search. And so basically what that is a TV channel. Much Music is a TV channel, and a VJ is a video jockey. So basically I would be the person, if I were to win the competition, I would be the person that would host. So you guys might know some of the hosts. So I applied for the show, or I auditioned for the competition. Basically you had to submit like a 5-minute video stating why they should pick you, yada yada yada. So I ended up making it through the first round, and I made it to top 40, and so that meant that I would get a chance to go into the second round, which would be top 20, and then I made it to top 20. So this story basically starts the first week of top 20. Basically what happened was they flew out everybody from around Canada that made it to top 20. They flew them out to Vancouver. So I got on a plane and I flew to Vancouver. The first people that I met, I think I met a guy and 2 girls, and out of those people, one of these girls stole a bitch lipstick, okay? I met her. She was really, really dope. Like, I thought she was so cool, and we were talking on the bus. The other girl that I met, I actually ended up being friends with, but like her personality when I met her didn't strike me as somebody that I could kick it with. But the other girl, the girl that stole the lipstick, did. She was just, I don't know, really inviting, I guess. So I'm talking to her on the RV, and she's wearing a bright red lipstick. I'm wearing a bright pink lipstick, because the lipstick I was wearing was Candy Yum Yum. This lipstick had just come out. It had just released as a permanent color at MAC. And so when I had watched a Candy Yum Yum tutorial by Time the Infamous, and as soon as I saw the tutorial, I went out and freaking bought it, because I'm just like, this color is everything. Like, it's so neon, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. I needed the color, so I went out and I purchased the color, and it was like one of the only colors I was wearing. It was my favorite color. I wore it every damn day, okay? I had it on when I landed, and I had it on in the RV, and me and the girl got to talking. She had a little bit of makeup on too, and she was just like, I love your lipstick. Like, what color is that? Like, where'd you get that? So I'm like, oh, it's MAC, it's Candy Yum Yum. But it's like, it's so hard to find because it's forever sold out, like blah 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 blah. So yeah, she was like, I have to have it. She's like, maybe one day we can like swap lipsticks. Bitch, where? That's nasty. Like, who does that? Like, no. So so I gave her one of these, like, and that was the end of that. So on the VJ Search, I actually had I brought my entire makeup box with me, and at that time I barely had any makeup, but I had enough. And so everywhere I went, I carried around this fucking makeup box like it was my purse. Like, I literally had it every single day, every hour. Like, I didn't want to take my eyes off of it. If I was leaving my hotel room, I would leave a do not disturb sign on the door, because I was so skeptical. Like, I didn't want anybody coming into my room to clean my room, like the maids and stuff. I wasn't sure, you know, I don't know who these fucking people are. I don't want nobody cleaning my room, and my stuff is there, not even just my makeup, but my clothing as well. I didn't want, you know, I've seen Made in Manhattan. I know bitches be trying all shit and stealing shit and shit, and like, no. So yeah, I was just very protective of my stuff. Basically on the show, we were given a series of challenges that we had to do on camera, obviously, and then they were broadcasted to a nationwide audience. So this first day, or not the first day, but I think it was the day after, the morning, we were scheduled to go to, I think, CTV or one of them news broadcasting place. We're scheduled to be at a news broadcasting headquarters, and we had to interview somebody from Degrassi. I had my makeup box with me. My makeup box was not locked. My makeup box was left in like this little office thing when it was my turn to go out. A couple people had told me they had seen the girl around the box like after the fact, but whatever. I left my makeup box there. I went to go do what I was doing. I did my little interview thing. I think that night after the challenge, we had gotten back on the RV and we had traveled to Banff. And it was, I don't even remember how long that drive was. Anyway, at this point I'm not aware that my lipstick is missing. I didn't notice my lipstick was missing until I got into the new hotel, and I was just, I don't even know why, I don't know if I was like putting something in the makeup box or taking something out, but I opened it, and I opened the makeup box, and the way that I had the makeup box organized, like I could tell you off the top of my head every single shade of lipstick that I own, and I could just look at it and tell that it was missing something. So my first thought was not her. That was not my first thought. Anyway, I'm in the room with, I think, Kevin and Justine, and I'm freaking out. Justine was actually my roommate. I'm freaking out, and I'm just like, what the hell? Like, one of my lipstick is missing. And sure enough, I look at the bottom of each lipstick. I empty out the entire fucking box, and Candy Yum Yum is nowhere to be found. And I'm thinking, out of all the lipsticks that could have possibly be missing right now, Candy Yum Yum is the one that's missing. And I told the girl, first of all, what the lipstick was called, okay? So before I'm not the type of person to accuse anybody of anything. Y'all know that from the weave stealing story. Like, I don't like to go be like, did you steal my lipstick? Like, or did you borrow it? Blah, blah. Like, I don't like to do that because I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable, and I don't want to look stupid at the end of the day. So basically what happened was, we decided to meet up with two other the hopefuls. She was one of them, and a guy. And me, Kevin, Justine, Kyle, and the girl that stole the lipstick, we're gonna call her Amy because wasn't no Amy's on the show. We decided to go into the restaurant, in the hotel, and just have a drink. So I sit down at the restaurant. They could tell that I'm fuming because I just had on a very straight face. I was very pissed off. And Kyle's like, what's wrong, Bo? What's wrong? And I was just like, I can't find my lipstick. Before I even got the sentence out, the damn girl that stole the lipstick was ready to say, not even ready to say, she did say, she's like, if you think it was me, I didn't take it. Bitch, what? Bitch, no, I wasn't even looking at you, but now I sure the fuck am. Like, why would anybody ever say that? Why would you even, I wasn't even looking in her direction to be even thinking that she stole, and that is what made me think that she took it, because I'm just like, okay, like, why would that even be your first thought? Like, why would you think that I would think that you took lipstick unless you are a fucking klepto? So she was ready to defend herself before I even said anything other than that my lipstick was missing. Anyway, when she said that, I just looked at her like, okay. And that was the end of that. Word got around that my lipstick was missing and that I was pissed, and so people were like, maybe the producers took it to like stir up some drama because, you know, it's TV and they love that stuff. And so I'm just like, but would they really do that? Like, it's the second day. I don't understand why that would even be like, why this show is not about drama. This is for a job opportunity. So it was just like, I really doubted that the producers had taken the lipstick, especially because of the reaction to the girl when all I said was my lipstick is missing. So yeah, so there was a big hullabaloo about it, and a bunch of drama popped off, not necessarily about that when we were in Banff, but some drama did pop off in Banff. And I don't know, like not the house, oh my gosh. So it was kind of divided. Like, nobody fucking liked me, I'll tell you that right now. Nobody was a fan of Bougie because I don't know, I just do my own thing. Like, I could give a fuck less. So nobody was a fan of me at first, and then I was a fan favorite, okay? Of course, now I'm in confessional, and I'm pissed. We had just gotten in a big argument. Everybody was kind of ganging up on me, and yeah, so I was in confessional, and I let it all out because I was just like, enough of this shit. Like, in confessional, my confessions were so boring at first because I didn't know I could just speak my mind when I went in there. I thought that I had to, there was like a producer on the other side of the camera, and the producer was speaking to me and asking me certain questions regarding the day and stuff, but I didn't know I could just go in there and let loose. And I made the mistake of letting loose and telling them everything and blah blah blah. I explained the whole situation with the lipstick, and lo and behold, it ended up being like a 3-episode fucking saga of this mystery lipstick disappearing. Okay, so the lipstick was done. I had beef with this bitch, I had beef with this nigga, I had beef with everybody, but mainly I had beef with the girl that claimed she didn't steal the lipstick, simply because it just, after talking to a couple of the other hopefuls, like, people were saying that she was around the box and this, that, and the third, and so in my heart I really truly believe that she stole the lipstick. So the trip was, we left I think at the end of March, and then came back in April. So in the beginning of April we were at the west end of Canada, and by the end of it we were in the east. Okay, so I'm just gonna fast forward. The lipstick, I had no idea where the lipstick was. It was a big deal, like 3 episodes, whatever, blah blah blah. Okay, let's fast forward to when we get back to fucking Toronto. So once we got to Calgary, I had actually repurchased Candy Yum Yum. I repurchased the lipstick because it was gone, it was missing, I was not getting it back. I accepted it, I moved on. I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm not even gonna be mad anymore, I'm just gonna buy a lipstick. I totally forgot about that. So I went to the mall in Calgary and I bought a fucking lipstick. I replaced my Candy Yum Yum and I was done with the beef. I was like, you know what, I'm not here for this. I'm here for other reasons. Like, let's not even, I didn't care to talk to the girl or anything, but like, I was just like, I'm moving the fuck on. So now, I don't know, probably 10 days later, we end up back in Toronto. 10 days later, we end up back in Toronto. I'm in the top 10 and super excited. We're at the Hilton Hotel. All the girls go downstairs into the Hilton's bathroom, the public bathroom, to fix our makeup and stuff because we're gonna be going live in like probably like an hour or something like that. So I take my little makeup box downstairs, all the girls are going downstairs, and at this point everybody kind of grew on each other and there was no bad blood there. I still didn't care for the girl that stole the lipstick, but there was no bad blood between me and anybody else at this point. Everybody and me were fucking close because, mind you, I was painted. I was the villain, y'all. I was the villain. Yes, I was. They painted me as a villain, and then towards the end of it they flipped the script completely and put the villain on the next guy and made me look like a fucking angel. So shout out to Much, because that's really who the fuck I am. Anyway, anyway, yeah, so we all go downstairs to the bathroom. I'm standing in the mirror, I'm about to reapply my lipstick. I reach into the box, and the little box that I had was this box from Walmart. It was a hard candy box. It was like the white one with like the black and pink detailing, and it says hard candy all over it in like rocker font. The top trays slide out and slide open like this, and then there's like 2 tiers, and so in the top tier is where I would keep my lipsticks all aligned in like a straight line beside each other so that I could read the names on the bottom of them when I opened the box. So on this particular day, the girl that was standing next to me, and first of all, like, I'm like a little fucking watchdog. So the girl that was standing next to me was actually the girl that won. She kind of like, she's like, oh my god, look at all this, and she kind of like went like this and like rolled the lipsticks in the top of the box, and I like slapped her hand away like, bitch, like, no, me and my box have been through way too, me and my box, oh my gosh, me and my box have been through way too much for you to be even touched, like, no, please don't touch, like, no, please, no. So she did that, and then I reached into the box to apply my lipstick or to grab my lipstick, and I was going to wear Candy Yum Yum again. So I reach into the box, I pick up a lipstick, I check the bottom of it, and I twist it up, and it's almost fucking done. But I had just repurchased the lipstick. How many days ago? Like 9 days ago. I had just repurchased the lipstick, and there was no reason for my lipstick to be almost done. So I reach into the box, and I find another fucking Candy Yum Yum. When I say I nearly shit myself because I opened this box 100 fucking times and the lipstick was nowhere to be found, okay? Nowhere to be found. I would never ever accuse somebody of stealing my fucking lipstick if the lipstick was there. So I checked this box 40 times. Before I even opened my mouth to say something was missing, I checked the box 100 times. Like, I just said 100 and I said 40. The point is I repeatedly had checked the box to make sure that it was actually missing. So now that we're back in Toronto and we're about to go live in less than an hour, my lipstick turns up and it's fucking used and it was not in the shape of my lips. With my lipsticks, all of them always end up going on a super duper slant because of the way I apply my lipstick, but this lipstick was not in the shape of my lips anymore, and so I didn't know who the fuck was using the shit. I don't know how it got back into the box, but it sure fucking did. And when it did, I didn't say anything to anybody. I threw both of them back in the box. I fucking closed the box so fast, locked the fucking box, took the box up, ran up the fucking stairs to the Hilton. I'm legit having palpitations, heart fucking palpitations. I am fucking about to die. I'm having a panic attack. I was literally, I could not breathe. I was like in tears. I was bawling my eyes out. I was like, no, I don't understand. This is fucking retarded, blah, blah, blah. And Kevin's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And so I tell Kevin and he's like, no. And so I'm like Kevin, I cannot fucking deal right now. Like, I can't deal. Like, this is too much. Like, I can't even function. I legit could not function, you guys. I was a mess. I was a mess. I'm freaking out. I think I had to do an interview, and so I had told them in the interview what the hell just happened. So let's fast forward to the top 10 to see who's gonna make it into the top 10 elimination, or make it out of the top 10 eliminations. So I think that at this point there was 12 of us. Those top 12 had come back to Toronto, and then they were gonna vote, or they were gonna reveal the voting to see who made it into the top 10. They reveal they let us know who's made it. I fucking made it to top 10. Fucking excited. Woo! Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to bring this one home. Okay. Next day, they released an episode, but then told us that they're holding off eliminations until the next episode. So instead of eliminating somebody else, we had to wait a whole other day to find out who would be going home next. And I was the next person to go home the next day. But this is what happened the day that I got eliminated. So I'm in the green room. The green room is basically the room that you use to get ready. There's a big barrel curling iron there on the table, and there's always stuff in the green room. Like, some was communal, some was not. Anyway, I'm fucking in there. I finished curling my hair, and the girl that stole the lipstick comes in the room, and she's like, Bo, if you're gonna accuse me of stealing your lipstick, the least you could do is ask if you can use my curling iron. I looked at her, I said, if I knew it was yours, I wouldn't be fucking touching it. And then I just put it down. I didn't think I finished curling my hair, to be honest. I think I still had a little piece to curl, but I was just like, I would not be touching it. Mind you, we hadn't brought up the lipstick in forever. Like, even when it turned back up in the box, I never ever even said anything to anybody because I was just done with the situation. I was like, you know what? I already repurchased my lipstick. Let's just brush this shit under the rug. Like, I wasn't trying to beef anymore. Like, I was tired. It was dumb. It was fucking lipstick. Like, you know what I mean? I was just like, I didn't know it was yours, but I wouldn't have been using it if I did. And so, she said something else about the lipstick, and she was just going in about the lipstick. And so everybody kind of, I think there was about 4 other people in the room with us, and everybody was just like, whoa, like, she must have stole the damn lipstick, because why is she fucking going so hard? And so at this point now, everybody like flipped the script and was like, okay, now I believe you. I believe she took your lipstick, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, thank you. Like, where were y'all before? Like, where were y'all before? Y'all thought, like, no, like, I wasn't, like, I would never ever just start drama to start drama. Like, where they do that at? Well, of course they do that everywhere, but I'm not that type of bitch. So she's going in about the lipstick, and I'm just like, okay, well, that's been done. So sorry, sweetie, I used your curling iron. You shouldn't have left it here where the communal shit is. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just sorry. Okay, so this is actually something I totally forgot. So I already finished recording, but I just remembered this and I have to add it into the story because it was a major key.
Alert!
Me, Ali, Kevin, I think the Tiefing gal, and somebody else were all sitting on the couch, okay? There was like this vintage couch that looked like it came from the thrift store at the Much Music headquarters. So I don't know why we reached into the couch, but we did, and we ended up pulling out two things, lipstick and something else. So I checked the bottom of the lipstick. It's Pink Nouveau by MAC. Never ever had Pink Nouveau, so I knew it wasn't my lipstick. I knew it didn't fall out my pocket. So the next person we asked was Ali, and so we asked her, and she's just like, no, she's not missing a lipstick. And then here the Tiefing gal now. She waits like a good, I'm gonna say 10 minutes, and then asks Kevin for it. She asked Kevin for the fucking lipstick, did not even know what color it was. And then she's like, I think she just asked him, can I see that? And she took it from him, and then she sat there and she looked at it and she's like, yeah, it's mine. Bitch. No, it's not. Like, she legit took a lipstick that was in the couch. Don't know who lips it been on. Okay, had no idea whose lips it been on and claimed it as her own after 10 minutes. Like, she legit waited for 10 minutes before asking for it. Like, what? If that ain't the bitch that stole my lipstick, then I don't know who done it, but she clearly not afraid to put somebody else's lipstick on her lips. Like, people have germs and diseases. Like, no, we are not sharing of the lipstick, of the lip liner. We're not sharing any products. Anyway, that was something really important that I had to add into the story, because this is after the incident in the green room with the hair curler. So the case was busted wide open, but I was just over the situation. Like, I wasn't about to be with her. Me and Kevin just looked at each other like, this bitch not serious. And that was the end of that. And yeah, so everybody was on my side at this point. And then of course I ended up going home. And the joke was that the day that I went home from VJ Search, the whole fucking audience was in tears. And it really warmed me, because I was getting so many hate tweets, you guys. Like, the tweets were real. Like, people was gangsta as fuck when they were fucking tweeting me their hate for me. They didn't like my attitude and blah blah blah. And I was like, I'm just keeping it real. Like, I'm keeping it funky. I'm not gonna come on fucking camera and fucking pretend for you guys. Like, no. And so, but by the end of the show, it legit had switched. It switched 100, and I was happy about it. But yeah, everybody was in tears. The whole entire fucking team, not team, all the hopefuls were crying for me, and I was just like, I was fucking bawling my eyes out. I looked a fucking mess after that shit. And yeah, everybody cried, and that's basically the story on how a bitch just stole my lipstick. And it was a big fucking deal because it was broadcasted on national television for the whole of Canada to know about it. And my aunt will forever tell this story, and she will forever tell you guys that you could not go and get Candy Yum Yum anywhere because I had it sold out in MAC, and MAC needs to give me a check and all this. And I'm like, it's not that deep. Let MAC keep them coins. But I really did probably make a lot of people go out and buy Candy Yum Yum. So MAC, where's my fucking check? I do love you all. I hope you guys enjoyed this story, and I will definitely see you guys in the next one.